Yo, 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 what's up, YouTube? It's the Junkie, and I'm back with a sickly response video to my man, Runs in the Family. I will leave a link to his channel in the description below. Please, 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 go check him out. I think he's at like 80 subs. Let's try to get him to 100. He's got a great channel, a genuinely nice guy, family man, you know, and he's got a great collection. And the way he decorates his boxes on the outside is phenomenal. Each box has a run in it, and he has a cover from a comic on the front of the box. You just got to go check it out and look at it. But he's got an amazing room, an amazing collection. And the best thing I like about Runs in the Family is that he's a collector. He's a collector and a reader. And in today's day and age of collecting comic books, that seems like it's not as relevant anymore as, you know, cover collecting or flipping or, you know, key buying, which are all great ways to collect comics. Any way to collect comics is a great way to collect comics. I'm not bashing one way or the other, but it's, you know, it seems like not as many people collect comics for the stories anymore. It's more about an investment and you know, how much money they can make, or the hot cover of the week, which, like I said, is fine. Collect the way you want. It's your money. You buy, you collect, you do what you want with it. But like me, there's not very many people out there like us that collect comics for the love of the stories, for completing runs. That's, you know, that's another thing. I'm just giving you guys a little bit of room view as I talk. That is one thing that, you know, me and him have a lot in common, and there's a lot of us out there that have that in common, is we just like to collect comics for the runs and the stories, and have complete volumes of characters, of groups, of, you know, story arcs, whatever it may be. So he made a video. Like I said, I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. Great guy, man. Go check him out. You're gonna love his content. Sorry guys, I am like really super sick. But I wanted to make this video. So he basically asked in this video, how do you collect? Do you collect runs? Do you collect covers? Do you collect by artists, by authors? Do you collect by hero or villain? And how do you go about obtaining the collection for that? Do you go strictly for keys? Do you strictly, do you start, like, let's say a run has 200 issues. Do you start at 200 and work your way down? Do you get all your keys first? How do you collect? So that's going to be the basis of this video, is how I collect, what I collect, and why I collect. I collect, you know, is with anything. I think everybody's collecting style kind of changes over time. Everybody probably starts out with the ambition of, oh man, I can collect comics and I can make a lot of money. It's really not like that. Yeah, you can make some money flipping books, hot books, but I don't know. I like collecting comics. You know, it's kind of intermixed. I collect some keys if I can find them for cheap, but I'm mainly a run collector. I like, as you can tell by these comics, I had just eclipsed 23,000 comics in my collection, so I think I'm at 23,069 books. But I am more of a run collector. Right now, I am working on all volumes of X-Men and X-Men related titles, which consist of mostly all this here. Now that is Uncanny, Wolverine, X-Factor, X-Force, New Mutants, you name it. If it's an X-Men related title, it is a run that I am trying to complete. I also work on another runs. Another run that I'm kind of working on right now, as you see a little stack right there, is Conan the Barbarian, the Bronze Age, for Marvel Comics. That's a run that I'm kind of focused on right now, and I've bought a lot on eBay geared towards that run. It's just something that something I just want to collect. And, you know, every once in a while, I'll get like a little snap in my head that says, you know what, I want to complete a certain run. Like right down here. Here is my Ghost Rider. these two boxes here consist of my Ghost Riders. And for the longest time, I wanted to complete this Western Ghost Rider run. So I went on a spurge, and I got 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I only have 5. Yeah, 5 issues in number 1. There's issue number 2. But I just went on a buying spree, and I bought multiple sets of the Western Ghost Rider, and then I wanted Johnny Blaze. So then I went on a run, and I collected Johnny Blaze. So and then I have the whole complete volume of volume 1 of the Johnny Blaze run. I have a complete run of that. So it just depends on what I'm in the mood for. So like right now, I'm in the mood for Conan, and I'm always continually trying to complete my X-Men run. So any of the X titles I try to complete. That is my main focus, but sometimes I get on a little side rant or a side thing when I try to complete something else, like I'm doing with Conan. The way I collect is I try to get the keys for a run if I can find them on the cheap. Either at stores, flea markets, eBay, but I try to really knock out the cheaper parts first, like maybe the books I can find in dollar bins, $2 bins, $5 bins. I try to get them first to kind of knock them out, and then focus strictly on like the keys or the bigger books of that run. So that's how I do that. But if I can find keys on the cheap, I will always buy them when I can find them. I am watching Annabelle now. Great movie. Miss Haley is here, of course. And but that's how I do that. I try to get the cheaper end books out of the way first, and then work on my keys. Or if I find a key and it's a good price, I'll pay for it and I'll get it then. Why I collect? I collect comics because I love comics. I love everything about them. I love the smell of them. I love to hold them in my hand. I love the stories. I love the characters. It's a way to come home from work and having a long day at work, and, you know, kind of just putting your mind at ease and just picking up a good comic book and reading a good story arc, and, you know, just take it from there and just kind of lose yourself in the story for a little bit outside. Get away from real life for a little bit before you have to jump back into the slave of the grind. So for me, I love everything about it. I love collecting. I love the hunt. I love everything about it. I love the stories. I love the fact that my dog loves the way they smell, so she's always sniffing them. But yeah, for me, that's why I collect. I love the stories, the characters, and I love the bonds that I've made with people on YouTube, because we have something in common. Back when I started collecting, back when I was a kid, there wasn't a lot of comic book collectors, so you were kind of like a little bit on your own when you did collecting. It wasn't as popular and as mainstream as it is now. There's a little preview of some of the eBay books I bought. It wasn't as, you know, mainstream it is now. Now it's everybody's wearing superhero t-shirts and they're going to the movies, and you can have discussions with people at work about, you know, Captain America or Wolverine, because people have seen those movies. They know somewhat a little bit about the whole, you know, Marvel universe. They know a little bit, or they know a little bit about the DC universe. So it's kind of cool now. Now it's, you know, like I said, it's mainstream now. And, yeah, so, like I said, back in the day when I was a kid, there wasn't many of us that did collect, so you didn't really have anybody. So it was nice to come home from school and, you know, pick up a great comic, you know. Not necessarily this one, it's a more modern book. But pick up a comic and kind of just read it and lose yourself in a story for a little bit. So that's why I collect. How I collect, I try to be very organized, but right now I am super unorganized. This long box here, which I swore off long boxes, but I kept one just in case, is full of books that need to be organized, and these 6 short boxes all need to be organized. But for the most part, I am pretty well organized with my collection. I have these little index card holders. They're clear, as you can see. And I just put them on the front of my boxes, and I fill out what's in the box on an index card, and I put a little piece of tape. I fold tape over to make like a little pull tab. So, because if you get these all the way down in there, like the smaller ones, they're harder to get out. But if you have a little pull tab, it pulls right up. So, and you can change these out. So if you need this box for something else, you just pull that card out and fill up another one. But I try to keep my collection somewhat organized. Like up here is all Avengers and Avenger-related characters. Now, what I mean by that is like my Iron Mans, my Captain Americas, my Hulks, my Thors. They're all together. Okay, and then down here is mainly my Spider-Man books. So I try to keep all my Spider-Man books together. This whole wall here is nothing but DC. This is all my DC books in my collection. That is everything. So that's how I keep that organized. And this little stack here, and this whole stack here, or this whole section here, and this first row and up to right there is all indie books. So that's all my indie books in my collection. I try to keep all that together. This all here is mainly my X-Men and X-Men related titles, and then it starts with all my Marvel. So all that, I think from right here, this row here, all this over here is all Marvel books. Okay? And then from this row here, all the way to about right here, so that whole section there is nothing but my X-Men and my X-Men related titles. And then I use the CLZ app, which I have pulled up on my little laptop here. And here's my Conan books. The CLZ app to me is the best app to have for showing off your collection, keeping track of your collection. It's on my phone, so I just go on, and when I'm hunting for books, so I don't get doubles, what I try to do is I will go ahead and add them if I know I'm going to buy them to my CLZ app before I even purchase them, and add them to my collection. So that way, if I'm continuously digging through boxes, and I've already had that pulled out, and I know I'm going to buy it, I'm not going to get a double. You know what I mean? So it's already in my system that it's already been bought, or I already have it. So that's a new way that's a new technique that I learned and that I started using during Tampa Bay Comic Con. That was my way of keeping track of not trying to get doubles, because when you're at a con or you're at a shop and your backpack's getting filled up, it's hard to remember what you just bought from the previous vendor. So I just went ahead and added it to my CLZ app. It takes a couple seconds. That way I can look and I'm like, oh, I already pulled that, I already got it. So I don't get doubles. But I hope that helps my man. Miss Haley is enjoying her day in here. But yeah, this is my room, guys. I am very happy with my room. I love my room. I'm in here at least an hour or two a day just to kind of unwind and relax. And but go check out Runs in the Family. He's got a great video. But it's a great concept. You know, how do you collect, man? How do you guys collect? Go ahead and leave comments. Let me know how you collect. Go check out his video and tell him how you collect. Since he is the originator of this little, I don't even know if you want to call it a tag, but I just went ahead and tagged myself. But anyways, guys, it's the Junkie on a sickly how do I collect, why do I collect, and how I collect room tour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave comments, like, thumbs down, thumbs up. It's up to you guys. Miss Haley says good day, and I say peace. I'm out.